Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I uploaded anything on here. Just been going through kind of a busy and also kind of, I don't know, emotional pattern for me lately. I've just been kind of down the past few days, but I'm back now. Well, for the most part, I'm back. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. It's just, I just sometimes I have those days where I just, get down on myself and overthink things and get too deep into my thoughts and feelings, and yeah, that'll actually be a topic for a future video. But this video I'm gonna talk about is, as the title says, I have decided to stop drinking alcohol at the age of 25, and I came upon this decision, doing a self reflection a few months ago, and I'm now noticing that 2020 has been full of self reflections for me. And I think that's probably due to the pandemic, since everything's closed down, it kind of, in a way, forces me to, be truly by myself and be my thoughts and think about the past and what I've done in the past and stuff, all the experiences I've been through and such. And quitting drinking was one of the decisions I've, had to make upon, like viewing mentally viewing all the experiences I've endured with alcohol in the past. So, I'm just gonna give so kind of like the relationships videos. Um, if you guys haven't seen that, I'll it's okay. I'm basically just gonna go through a timeline of my experiences with alcohol and why those experiences have made me realize that I shouldn't drink alcohol anymore, and I won't. So I'll go through them real quick. Well, it'll be relatively quick. It's definitely not gonna be as long as a relationships one. I promise. So here he goes. So my first experience with alcohol was when I went to Mexico for a cruise ship. I kind of mentioned this in the relationships video series. I think in part two or part three. But this section basically, if what happened in January 2015 in Mexico was that I had alcohol for the first time, and I was 19 when this happened. And the age drinking limit is 18, I think, in Mexico. Sometimes let you do it if you're a little bit below 18, but since being me 19 and thinking, hey, drinking age limit is 18 here in Mexico. I'm in Mexico. Why not try it? So I did. I had two blue margaritas, I think it was, some form of margaritas, and that was I ended up getting drunk. Well, I maybe nearly drunk off of those two, just because I think it was the first time I ever had alcohol, and back then I was also pretty lightweight too, so I got pretty drunk off of those. I didn't really make from what I remember, I didn't really do anything weird or stuff, but I was laughing a lot, because I just was really liking how light I felt from alcohol, I guess, and how just I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just felt like it felt kind of loose and light from the alcohol, and I was laughing a lot. And okay, and I think I was being pretty loud too, but I wasn't like just screaming or swearing or whatever. I was just laughing really loud and talking randomly, I guess. And my boyfriend at the time didn't like that because he doesn't deal with drunk people, and he gave me a major attitude for it. Now, this makes him a hypocrite because literally 2 nights before this day, the event that this happened, he ends up getting wasted himself. So, yeah, he made himself look like a hypocrite. For those of you who watch my relationships video, part two or part three, I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, I kind of go about it a little bit more in depth in that one. But yeah, so my first experience with alcohol, it wasn't the best, just because I was literally shamed for getting drunk, basically. Not even drunk, tipsy. So let's just call it what it is. I was shamed for getting tipsy, but it was eventually because my then boyfriend didn't want anything to do with me because he was embarrassed by being with me. Blah blah blah. I go into way more of my relationships series videos. Anyway, so first experience, I had a good one. Second experience, alcohol. I don't have any alcohol at all from until March 2016. It's right before I turned. Oh, sorry, there's like a bug in front of me. March 2016, right before I turned 21. I okay. This one was my fault. I should have been honest. So I spent the weekend at my cousin's place in the Bay Area, and I asked her to buy me tequila because I thought I would enjoy it. And I kind of did. I just didn't like the aftertaste. I don't remember. I think we just bought like straight tequila or something like that. But I just didn't like the aftertaste of it. It was just, I don't know. And I could tell that her and her partner didn't like, knew that I didn't like it, even though well, I mean, I didn't, I won't say I disliked it. I just, wasn't a big fan of it. But I said I liked it and stuff. But basically, I should have been totally completely honest. So that was on me. But I didn't drink any tequila after that. I just had like a few shots of it, and I don't know, I can't remember if either of them had a shot as well, but she bought the tequila bottle for me, and I didn't have any tequila after the day she bought it, and so she made kind of a passive aggressive comment a couple of days after that when I was with, her and her family, my extended family and stuff. She made some comment to her stepbrother or my cousin about the tequila. I was like, yeah, I bought him tequila, but he hasn't drank any of it. Yeah, that's $70 down the freaking drain. And I heard it, and I was like, oh, great. All right, she's mad at me. So that weekend overall was just a disaster because I said other things I shouldn't have said. But the cousin I spent the weekend with apparently holds a grudge against me that day to this day because of what happened the weekend. It was just more than just alcohol, but alcohol was part of it. And I've apologized for it already, and I even paid her back too via the gift card. But apparently, it still bothers them because they still keep bringing it up to this day. So it's one of those. I guess it's just one of those petty grudges you just gotta let people deal with, and be like, hey, if you still want to hold on to that, be my guest. I've already apologized. I've already made up for it. I've already paid her back. Nothing more I can do. Is what it is. You want to hold on to that? More power to you. That's way too much energy for me to hold on to some stupid grudge like that. Anyway, so yeah, so that one was kind of on me. I will admit I did kind of screw up a little bit by that, by not being totally honest. But still, it's like, okay, guys, come on. It's been actually almost 5 years now since that incident. Come on, get over it already. Get over it. It's just time to get over it already. Anyways, so that event happened 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. So on my actual 21st birthday, getting wasted. And, my stepsister, and her girlfriend takes me out to all the gay bars and clubs in Sacramento because, I've never been there before. Well, I've been in Sacramento, but I've never been to the, obviously gay bars and clubs before because obviously I was 20 or I was below 21 until that day, so I couldn't get in. So yeah, that night was fun, but I was mixing drinks and on a full stomach though, so it wasn't horrible, but I was mixing drinks. I had like freaking at least 8 drinks at night. Yeah, I went overboard, and I even threw up on my stepsister's bed, but she didn't make a big deal about it because she knew that hey, it's my 21st birthday. I got a little crazy. I was allowed to. I think I was allowed to do that just that one time if it was just that one time. So yeah, I went overboard on my 21st birthday. However, I am surprised I did not wake up hungover the following morning. I remember waking up at 10 or 11, needing to go to the bathroom really badly, but I wasn't hungover, and I was really shocked at that. So that's a good part, I guess. But yeah, never again will I ever do anything like that, and I never actually done anything like that. Well, I kind of have, but I'll tell that to you guys in a little bit. But yeah, so that was wild ride that night. It was kind of fun, but I don't like the fact that I went overboard and puked on my stepsister's bed. But thankfully, she doesn't hold it against me, so that's good. I guess that's is what it is. So So going forward to October 2016, I can't remember if I talked. Okay, I also talked about this a little bit in my relationships video, part. I'm pretty sure it's part three. So this is where I was with a group of people in a hotel at an event that we were all at from my university. I went. Yes, this is the other time I went wild when I had alcohol. Friday night, I got drunk, and so did other people I was with. Well, not all of them, but some of the people I was with. I got drunk, and we were playing a game of. I don't remember. I don't remember what the game was. It was some kind of flip cup game. Anyways, I was apparently wasn't flipping the cups because you gotta like I don't know. I don't know how to even explain it. You have to like the cups are upside down. You gotta flip them with your fingers to get them right side up, and then onto the next person or whatever. So, anyways, I was buzzed. And then this guy who was part of my friend group got on my case and was yelling at me and swearing at me the whole night because I wasn't flipping the cups. And I'm just like, dude, I'm just trying to play the game here. I'm not good at flipping these damn cups. Okay, plus I was also buzzed, so that didn't really help. But yeah, this guy was just on my case the entire night. Everyone was laughing at me because, he was just, I don't know, this guy was just out of control. He was drunk too, but he was just, and he was not joking either. Like, I think everyone in that room thought he was joking, but I can tell he wasn't. He was just so angry and pissed off and screaming at the top of his lungs and swearing at me. And it's just like, okay, dude, it's not that serious. Calm the hell down. Oh my god. And but in my head I was like that, but in person I was laughing and continuing to not take it seriously, blah blah blah, whatnot. Anyways, it's hard. I'm trying to remember like the order of events. So yeah, everybody. So to sum up this event, everybody was on my case that night because I the problem with me during that time was that I really wanted to fit in. I those people were, they were pretty extroverted. They cracked jokes. They had a great sense of humor. They made people laugh. They were the it guys. They were the stars of the show, and I wanted to be like that. So my thought process was, okay, if I want to be like these cool popular guys, I gotta drink and get drunk so I can make myself cool or whatever. I don't something like that. Anyways, that's not how you do it. Yeah, I'm gonna make another video about how I don't how I try so hard to not be myself, if that makes sense. Like this was one of those times where I was trying like really hard to become a different person. I was being really loud. I was just trying to be like a party animal freak, drinking cup after cup of alcohol, trying to flirt with everyone, which is I don't know. But yeah, this sorry, it's kind of hard for me to talk about just because that night was just that was just was a good night for me. Like I said, everybody was on my case that night for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they chose me to be the person to be, made fun of. Later that night, okay, it was either I can't remember if it was that Friday night or the Saturday night, but no, it was Saturday night. Okay. I got drunk again, an empty stomach no less. This girl who I was becoming friends with, I was laughing so hard. I don't know what I was laughing at, but oh my god, I'm sorry. This is hard for me to talk about. I kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. I kind of, like, like held my, kind of give her like a side hug while while we were on a bed. Everybody else was like laughing, drinking alcohol, whatever. And I was just laughing so loud for some reason. I don't know why. I was really drunk, and then I kind of I was like really on her side of that. I don't know. God, it's so hard to describe. I don't know. I give her a side hug and I was just like kind of grinding, giving me like a kind of like grinding up against her a little bit, and I was end up drooling on her shirt. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so bad to talk about. And I was just, I know I kept telling me they're uncomfortable, but because she, after like a minute of that happening, she got up and she kind of just ran out of the room. And later on, I realized that clip of me grinding up against the girl who I thought I was going to become friends with was on Snapchat. So, yeah, then everybody was laughing at me, of course, and I made a fool of myself. I just, I yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm pausing a lot because it's just that night overall. I know it doesn't sound like it. Me saying it doesn't sound like it, but it's like one of those things where you had to be there to witness it, and I was out of control that weekend. Oh, and adding on to that, when I got even more drunk later that night, I cheated on my online boyfriend. I go into more in depth on that in my relationships video part three, I think. Yeah, part three. But I ended up cheating on my online boyfriend at the time. But when I revealed this to my online boyfriend, he was all like, "Okay, well, we were technically weren't in a relationship anyway, so it's not a big deal." And I'm just sitting there like, "What do you mean? You said you wanted to be in an exclusive relationship." I don't know. Anyway, so that's another thing. That's another stupid thing I did when I was drunk that weekend. So yeah. Oh, and bonus, the girl who I drooled on and her boyfriend, they don't really talk to me anymore. They, well, the guy ended up, well, the girl still friends with me on social media, surprisingly, but the guy ended up deleting me off of Facebook and Instagram. And when I saw that, I was like, fuck, I know exactly why he did it. It sucks because, he was such a nice guy too. I liked hanging out with him, but I can't blame him for that. I was acting like a total creeper, and I didn't even apologize for that. I did, and I should have. I really should have, but I didn't. Yeah, I was hanging out with the wrong people during that time, and I was just not myself at all. So yeah, it's sad. I know. So 2017 comes. We are in, I think, May specifically. Yeah, I think sounds about right. May specifically. Okay. It's one of my friend's 21st birthdays. Uh, ooh, I know This one's also a really bad one. So me and most of the same group of friends I was with that weekend. Yeah, I know you think I would learn a lesson by so many months passing, but no, I don't. We were at my friend's 21st birthday party. Long story short, he got really drunk. I got really drunk. I took at least seven shots plus three canned beer, alcohol drinks, whatever. I don't remember what they were exactly, but no, they were canned beer drinks. So yeah, I was like borderline wasted that day, or that night, and so was the guy too. And I made a comment. By the way, this guy has a girlfriend, so keep note of that. So we're in the living room. He was doing something. I think he was. I don't know. We were kind of sort of talking, but he was also talking to his girlfriend at the same time. And then I made some weird comment about. I said, I said to him, kind of joking. I said to him jokingly. Well, I tried to make it be jokingly, but I don't think it kind of came off as jokingly. I told him, "Oh, I know you want to kiss me," and that was it. I didn't say any more after that. But well, it eventually bit me in the ass because the girlfriend was really bothered by that because she brought that up several times, in hangouts afterwards, after that event. And I could tell it bothered her, and I did end up apologizing, but not until like 9 months later because it was just, like I said, I could tell it was still bothering her for that long time after that, but I did eventually apologize. You know, albeit I should have done it way earlier, but I still apologize. I don't think it really bothered the guy at all. Maybe because they ended up breaking up like a year later. But yeah, I don't think it bothered the guy at all. But the girl it did, and like I said, I could tell it bothered her because she would bring it up almost every time me and the group would hang out with her. So yeah, and then when I did apologize, she pretty much ghosted me after that. And it's like, you know what? If that's how you want to be, then fine. But you can never say that I didn't apologize for that because, and also not only that, but the girl was exaggerating too. She kept telling me and everyone else that, oh, I was all over her boyfriend. No, I wasn't. Saying one jokingly flirty comment is not being all over your boyfriend. I mean, if that's how you want to take it, go ahead. But that's not how the average person is going to take it. So yeah, she tried to exaggerate the situation and make it more awful than what it seemed. So, and even though I was almost wasted that night, I remember everything that happened. Okay, I was not physically all over him. Okay, I only said one comment to him. That was it. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that either way, but still, I owned up to it. I apologized to it. You want to ghost me for that? Be my guest. Go right the hell ahead. You want to hold this petty grudge like some of my family does? Go right the hell ahead. More power to you. But, I didn't want that to happen. I lost another friend because of my stupid decision, but, at the same time, it's also her decision to hold on to that. Even though I apologized. Go figure. Anyways, people can do what they want. But it still hurts. I still feel ashamed that I even said that. A few months after this, we're like in sometime in the summer of 2017. We hang out at the same place that the 21st birthday happened at. Once again, I made another stupidly flirty comment to my friend. Yeah, I got really drunk and I told my friend, who also has a girlfriend, I know you wanna F me. Yeah, I said that. Well, of course, I didn't say F me, I said the F-U-C-K word, but yeah. And the guy was like, not in front of my girlfriend, Cameron. No. And when he said that, I was like, fuck, why did I say that? And I ended up saying that for anyways. But yeah, that night I just got really drunk and I promise you guys, I'm not a boyfriend stealer, okay? I promise. I'm not. I just make stupid decisions when it comes to um, you know, when I get really drunk. And so yeah, and I don't know if I don't know if that group talks about it well, I'm sure they did because I did hear some side comments about it around that time, but I just I mean, but thankfully with those people, they don't hold a grudge against me for that because they still, last time I hung out with them, I hung out with them several times after that, and they were fine. They were fine around me. So thankfully they didn't take it too bad. But still, I'm still ashamed that I even said that. I just, yeah. We're going to October 2017 of the same year. I don't know why I said that. Okay. October 2017. So this year, for most, say a little over half of this year at that point, I was really low on funds. I was this close to not making rent, and I had no direction in my life. I was getting so depressed and dissatisfied with my love life, the dating scene. It was just constant disaster with guys I was dating. And like I said, plus I didn't have a job at the time, and I was struggling to get a job. And like I said, I was really close to being broke, totally broke. And so one night I got up. I had a bottle of Svedka in my pantry. I went to the bathroom with the Svedka, and opened a bottle of ibuprofen pills. And I took a big gulp of the Svedka, and then I poured the bottle of ibuprofen pills into my mouth. I don't know how many pills exactly fell out, but it was a lot. And then I took another big gulp of the Svedka and I swallowed a few pills, but I ended up spitting out the rest in some of the Svedka. And so, yeah. So basically, I was trying to kill myself that night. And what stopped me from doing it was because there was like a voice inside my head at the time saying to me, Cameron, you are so much stronger than this. You will survive this. You will find a way out. Okay, but suicide is not the answer. Because think of what your family is going to go through when you pass away, and friends. They're going to be so devastated without you. And that voice, came to me while I was, downing the pills and alcohol. And I just, that night I was like, you know what? The voice is right. I have to keep going somehow. I have to. I don't know how, but I'm gonna find a way. I always do. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I chose to not go down, the path of suicide, because a few weeks after that, I ended up getting a job at Walmart. Not my favorite place, but hey, it paid the bills at the time. It's what I needed, and so I'm thankful for that. So yeah, 2018 comes. Nothing really happens concerning alcohol in this situation, or in this year, that I can think of. So we're gonna skip to 2019. Nothing happens until September 2019, when I get to go to Disneyland for the first time in 15 years. And last time I went to Disneyland was when I was 9. So I went there last year for a second time when I was 24. The alcohol thing was brought up again, the tequila, because family reunion, my cousin's now husband was there, and he brought up the incident again for no reason. And the reason why I brought it up was because, we were drinking alcohol, and we were talking about alcohol, and one of my cousins asked me what alcohol I like, is it tequila, and my cousin's husband, brought up the tequila incident from 2016. And when he brought it up in a really passive aggressive way, and it just brought up all sorts of mixed emotions within me that I just had to walk away, because I got so angry and upset at that stupid comment he made. Because, when he made, and it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when he made that comment, for one, it showed me that him and my cousin were not over the incident, clearly. Because I eventually found out later on that, from other people within the family, that they still bring it up every so often. And of course, along with the fact that, those two, have given me the cold shoulder ever since that incident in March 2016. And two, him bringing up the comment brought up the feelings that I went through when that particular event in 2016 happened, if that makes sense. Like, when I, basically, that weekend in 2016, March 2016, it was hard on me because stuff happened. I went through a severe depression in a short amount of time. So those same feelings I went through following the March 2016 event, I felt again when he brought up that comment, because, like I said, it showed that he wasn't over it, and it just reminded me of everything that I dealt with when that event happened. So, yeah, so that was just fun. um, Yeah, gotta love family reunions sometimes, huh? Yeah. Anyways, there's another incident that happened in end of March 2020, that involved alcohol and it impaired my thinking. I was involved in a situation which alcohol impaired my thinking, and I wasn't able to escape it until the last second, pretty much. Um, Basically, I was sexually assaulted, and had I not been drunk, especially on an empty stomach, I I would have escaped or realized what was happening a lot earlier. And I'm gonna make a separate video about that, about my sexual assault, in the coming weeks. But alcohol was involved in that, and I let myself drink a lot, and the guy was also pressuring me to drink a lot too. So, within all these stories, there's, this is pretty much like the summarized version of my journey with alcohol, experiences with alcohol. There have been a few other social situations where I went overboard on drinking, but I don't want to sound like a broken record because it's all pretty much pretty much same thing with the few of the social situations I was in concerning alcohol. It's just me going overboard on drinking, saying a few dumb comments, being loud and overly dramatic. Well, I should say overly expressive. I should say, trying to be funny. It's pretty much wash, rinse, repeat for those stories. So that's why I'm not gonna go in detail about them because that's pretty much what it is. Just me trying to get as drunk as possible without being wasted, or without blacking out or throwing up, and just trying to be in the spotlight. So, sometime I think during July, I made the decision to stop drinking alcohol because I realized what I was really doing it for. I realized that I was only doing it because I wanted to be entertaining. I didn't want to be boring because I previously thought that, sober me is boring to be with. And I realized I have to get over that thought and realize that sober me is not boring. Sober me is, sometimes fun, sometimes chill, sometimes, sometimes over dramatic. You know, I'm not gonna put one label on it, but sober me is cool. Sober me is sober me is me, and I, like I said, I was drinking alcohol for all the wrong reasons, and for the most part, I didn't even like drinking alcohol. I did it just to get drunk, just to fit in with the scene happening at whichever social situation I was in, and I couldn't. I realized I can't do it anymore. I'm drinking alcohol for the wrong reasons, and I and I know a couple people personally in my life who dealt with alcoholism, with addiction to alcohol, and they nearly died from it, and ruined or almost ruined some of their close relationships with either a lover or family members. And I don't. And even though I never drunk alcohol like on a day to day basis, I'd always go. I'm one of those social drinkers. So basically, I only drink alcohol when I'm at like a party or whatever. But the thing is though, when I am at a party or whatever social situation, I go overboard. So it kind of balances out in a way. But I'm just like scared that don't want to. I don't want that to lead to me getting an addiction to alcohol. If that makes sense. Like I just feel like it's so tempting to go down that route, especially because I tried to drink alcohol. Well, I mean, I drank alcohol to deal with hardships I was going through, like in the suicide story, and I realized that's not the way to go about life. No. it's, I am who I am, and if people think I'm boring, then I don't, they're not, then fine, whatever. I don't need them, those kind of people in my life. I am, like I said, I am who I am. Sober me is cool. And I've learned to, like, be comfortable with that. Be comfortable with being, completely sober, even in social situations, because I'm very introverted, I'm very shy and quiet, I'm socially awkward, a little bit of social anxiety. But I'd rather people. I eventually, can also came to the realization that I really people know me for the real me, not for someone who is turns into an entertainer when he gets really drunk, because that's not. Sorry, I got email notification. That's not who I am at heart. You know, I mean, yeah, I do like to entertain, but I don't like to be loud and flirt with everyone and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's just I've went through kind of go off topic just a little bit. I've went through so many years of my life, not liking me for who I really am and not really knowing who I really am. But with upon making the decision to stop drinking alcohol and doing a bit of a self reflection about why I even drank alcohol in the first place, I realized that sorry, I'm saying a lot. It's a bad habit. I promise I'm trying to stop. I realized that it's you know I did it again. It's okay to be me. It's okay to be who I am. It's okay to not be loud or expressive, crack jokes. It's okay. That's who I am, and that's totally okay. And like I said before, if anyone has a problem with that, I don't need that kind of person in my life. They can just go bye bye. So, yep, as of July, I have not taken a sip of alcohol, and I do not plan to for the rest of my life. It does not serve me any purpose. I don't, and like I also said previously, I don't even like most alcohol. I mean, I've tasted a few drinks where the taste was really good, but I'd say like 90% of all of alcohols I've tasted, I just really did not like. So, thank you guys so much for listening to this. The next video I put up will be about the sexual assault, and that one's gonna be a much darker story than this one is. Well, might be able to say level, but we'll see. So that video will be up no more than 2 weeks from now. So just keep an eye out for it. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you took something from this, whether or not you ever drunk alcohol or not. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.